This was his third shooting.
Yeah, that's right. Blackout.
I keep telling y'all, if you do not retaliate, they're going to keep doing it.
Morning, B1 family. How you doing? Yeah, that's good. Shout out to everybody purchasing shirts. We're going to make sure we get those taken care of. I will be emailing everyone to keep you up to date what's going on with the process, and so we can get them right out to you. So let me clear this up for anybody who want to know. I'm not using an Asian person or Indian person or white person to make these shirts. Our sister out of Jersey City, New Jersey, Joy from Be The Difference, she's making the shirts. She made this one. Our brother Ronald Stevens, he did the design. So we're putting money back into our community. I've been about this life. You want to see my track record? Go look at all my playlists, all the black-owned businesses I've patroned, all the former black-owned businesses that look black-owned or the ones that were never black-owned that I've called out. Like I said, I've been doing this. I've been doing this. Go to all them playlists and see me doing my thing. Back when Ray J was with Raycon. That's why you don't see me doing Raycon no more. He left. And when he left, cool, I'm out. So I've been doing this. So if you want to know, hey, for those who want to know when we're going to just have everything in-house of black-owned vendors, become a vendor. Start making the shirts. That's what we need to get to. All the mold heads and all the work on them industrial equipment, they can mass produce shirts and things of that nature. Go get them. Hey, Uncle so-and-so, Grandpa such and such. Get them before they pass away. Go get that knowledge. Go get that skill set. Give them something to do. And you start doing it. We start working with you and we start circulating more money back in the community. All right. I'm not trying to jump on nobody's back. I'm just letting you know I've been doing this. And now let's talk about this whole situation. This is how the B1 family feels right now. And I don't think they wrong. Now, for copyright reasons, I had to lower the music on that, but she had Bone Thugs Harmony, See You at the Crossroads. So this folk doing hoodoo right now out there in South Carolina and South Cackalack. We tired. I love our sister Shanae. And the reason why you haven't seen her videos on here no more, TikTok took down her page. That's just so thorough. And she's calling out the nonsense going on here in the Memphis area. Took down her page. You know somebody reported it. You know how they do us. But she was right. We need to get back in the hoodoo. We can't be playing with folk. Now, somebody said something interesting about this whole Rick Chow situation. There's two things. One, this is not the first time this has happened. Two, some people suspect he wasn't the one who pulled the trigger. They suspect it was the son.
I got a good mind to think that Rick Chow didn't even shoot him. I believe the son did. Because looking at the video, that boy had a 20-yard head start on them. And Rick Chow like 60 years old. Now he ran over 130-something yards away. So you trying to tell me with a 20-yard head start, that 14-year-old was walked down by a 60-year-old man? I believe the son had the gun. The son got to him first and shot him. And then when the daddy saw what went down, he said, I'm going to take the charge. That's why everything played out the way it is. And when you think about it like that, and then you go back and listen to his testimony and see how stupid he was playing, he sounded like somebody who it's like the whole scenario didn't go down the way they said it went down. You see what I'm saying? Because if I unalive you, you're not there to speak for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Whatever went down is what I say went down. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I've been thinking about. How did a 61-year-old man, or however old he is, how did he walk down a 14-year-old who had a 20-yard head start on them? I believe the son did it.
Which, from a logical standpoint, that would make more sense. Unless the father's a marksman. Does he actively shoot every weekend? Is he a competition shooter? How you hit him 2 times in the back? Multiple times in the back. I don't know if it was twice. I know it's enough to take that young boy's life. And shout out to everybody who's correctly saying young boy, because he was a boy. I love how we're stomping in there, because every time it's one of our young boys, they say 14, or they be like, oh, black male, black man, and they be 12, 13, 14 and all that nonsense. So we're using the right language, making people get on the good foot. But that kind of makes sense. And as a father myself, you know, my son, it's a situation where it's thick. Your ethnic group versus my ethnic group. I done lived my life. I'm 60-some years old. Put me on trial. I go away. We know what happened. So that kind of makes sense. However,
This was his third shooting. The jury didn't get to know that, but I'm going to make sure that you know about the 2 previous shootings before Rick Chow was found not guilty for taking the life of 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton. 2015, a woman stole beer and peanuts. Chow says that she then threatened his life and then she got in a vehicle, so he shot at that vehicle 6 times. Now, thank goodness no one was hurt, but Chow was not charged. Investigators called it self-defense. The second time was in 2018. A man stole oven cleaner. Chow says that that man then assaulted him, so he shot him twice. No charges. Self-defense. The man who stole the oven cleaner, though, he was charged in connection with that case. And then we get to 2023. That's when 14-year-old Cyrus went into a convenience store owned by Rick Chow. Chow said that he stole water. Surveillance video showed that he did not. Cyrus ran from that store, and he ran so hard during the 130-yard chase where Rick Chow was chasing him with a weapon and with his son. Cyrus, this child, ran so fast that he ran out of one of his shoes and his belongings fell out of his pocket, including a weapon, and then he was shot in the back as he was running away. Chow and his son said that Cyrus pointed that weapon at them and that's why Chow fired, but they're the only people who say that. The other witnesses say they never saw anything in Cyrus's hand. And according to the prosecution's experts, Cyrus was shot in the back while he was running away, so how would he have been pointing a weapon that was on the ground that had fallen out of his pocket as he ran for his life?
exactly. And how the prosecutors didn't get a win, we don't know. Like, and the fact that you was able to do that, you shot at a person and said that you said they threatened your life. You said that. And we know your family ain't finna go against you. Nobody pulled the videotapes. There's no audio. But you shot several times into their vehicle, which means they were leaving. Once again, they're leaving. Pop, pop, pop. Old boy was with oven cleaner. You say he, quote, threatened your life. You hit him a couple times. But he been waiting to get a body. Whether it's him or his son, they've been waiting to get a body. And according to the courts, that's just business as usual. So according to us, because we're foundational Black Americans and we say so, this is how we're moving going forward.
I am calling for the blackout of all Asian businesses for foundational Black Americans. A boycott means that we have room to negotiate. A blackout means we don't fuck with you no more. All Asian businesses are now on the blackout list for all foundational Black Americans. Do not go to their businesses. Don't go to their nail stores. Do not go to their hair supply stores. Do not do any business with Asian people anymore forever. This is the fucking end of any type of relationship that we could have possibly had. There is no negotiation. There is no talks. There is nothing. They are our ops. They are our fucking enemy, and you will treat them as such.
Yeah, that's right. Blackout. We're not boycotting. We're not doing this out of anger. We're not doing this out of anger. We're doing this out of self-preservation. We're going to have a calm spirit as we actively not spend dollars in their stores. That's why I want my Black folk who know these uncles and aunts and whatever, these seamsters that can do whatever. We need to start getting everything in-house, especially if you're up north. That's where the industrial complex really took off, was the north. The manufacturing and the plants and stuff. I need to start looking at those. You've been talking about it all this time. I need you to be about it. I want my vendor to make sure her vendor looks like us, our FBA. There might be some non-FBA that are cool, but we're just saying this to make sure we don't have anybody infiltrating the camp and causing confusion and nonsense. Now, Big Boy family, where's Al Sharpton? Because that's a really good question that's going on. Where are these Democrats? They be wanting us to vote blue no matter who. Vote down ballot. These niggas real quiet, ain't they?
Why are they so quiet? Where's Black Lives Matter? Where's the NAACP? Where's Al Sharpton telling us to boycott all these Asian stores in these black communities? Yeah, that's their customer core base is black communities. How come he not telling us to boycott them until they go out of business? That'll have more impact than boycotting Target. And did Target delete any black kids? But Asians, they seem like they racking up a track record, right? But never telling us to boycott these Asian stores. They mighty quiet. Now let the Chow family bend the Mike Michelson family or something like that. Then you'll hear them outside because it supports the agenda that they're pushing. Right? And how come they not calling Sean Kent a sellout? Right? He's telling him he's a sellout. Right? They'll tell you a sellout if you oppose a party, if you support an opposing party. Yeah, they hired him. Look, we're not racist. We got a black lawyer. Oh yeah, they're not racist. They didn't kill the kid because he's black. They didn't delete the kid because he's black. They got a black lawyer, and this dude is so cooned out. They'll delete him like they did Cyrus. Let him pull up in their store and not check in with the cashier. They gonna follow you out too, homie, and put two in your back. But yeah, these black organizations, these so-called black leaders, when it's time to show up, where they at, right? When it's time to push a political agenda, when they want to condemn you or talk down to you or belittle you because you're not supporting the political party they want you to support, they'll show up. When it comes to white people deleting black people, they'll show up. Almost definitely when it comes to a police officer deleting a black person, they're going to show up because there's money in it. But when it comes to these situations like this, right, this is racist. Right? You're supposed to be fighting racism regardless of who it's coming from. This is a racist act. They quiet.
When is the Perminator having another event? Because we need to pull up and ask him, hey, what do you think about the Rick Chow situation? And just ask him flat out. Cameras rolling, phones recording, everything. We need to pull up on Al Sharpton again. We need to pull up on all of them. All of them it's pull up season. Everywhere. I don't care where you at. You ain't got to go in there and get buck. You ain't got to go try to jump on nobody. This is what we asking. Come up there calmly, ask your questions. Don't dress in nothing like this. No, see, that's too obvious. They see you, oh, we got to turn you away. Go dress nice, dress formal. Hey, right, Democrats, right. As soon as you get up in there. What's going on with that Rick Chow situation? How do you feel about it, Sharpton? They had the Perminator sweating that S curl out. That's what we need to be on. We're going to black out. Businesses don't rock with us. In fact, this one young brother had the right idea.
And I'm going to make this quick, but instead of getting on the internet and crying about this not guilty verdict, I think we just need to go ahead and stop supporting anything that's not black. There are clearly no repercussions for doing us any type of way. The law is not going to do anything. We're still going to go put our black dollar in their pockets. And Lord knows we can't protest because they'll start deleting us. So if there's really no repercussions, why would it stop? The only thing we can do is just support everything black, love each other harder, start putting some more respect on our black dollar, and again, only radically supporting what's black. Because all we are seeing is entertainment. Can they dance to our music? Can they watch us dance? They want to see us play sports and make them laugh. Besides that, they don't care. No one's there to be found when real issues come up. So all we got is us, man. Free game.
And that's all we've ever had is us. We just had to get back to this. We had to go through the muck and the mire. We tried to be loving and open. And hey, man, let's love on everyone. Let's have a lot of love in our hearts, a lot of kindness and happiness and joy. To realize these motherfuckers hug us and then start stabbing us in the back. We get the pat. Like, damn, what? Ooh, it's hot. And it's cold. What's going on? And they sit there with a big old knife behind they back talking about, I don't know what's happening. You want another hug? Yeah, let me heal up first. And then we find out, oh, this fucker that stabbed me in the back. Damn. And so now we're like, we cool. We don't hate you. We just don't fuck with you. Now, this one brother said we need to retaliate. And I want to hear what he has to say and see if his type of retaliation makes sense, because there's ways to do it, especially in the sphere. Like hoodoo, yeah. Conjure up the ancestors, get them riled up, get them charged up, and let nature do what it needs to do. A blackout, that works. I'm not for us going there and inflicting physical harm on actual bodies. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because they already have an anti-Asian hate crime bill. We don't need that to get bolstered up and boosted up and get a 2.0 going. That's the only reason why. Because they'll do that nonsense and it'll be almost open season on us. If things happen to happen and ain't no cameras or witnesses or people who wouldn't talk, well, you know, I've heard it said since I was a kid, anybody can get touched.
I keep telling y'all, if you do not retaliate, they're going to keep doing it. Y'all make me want to grab y'all and just shake your ass. Like, you have to do something about them doing shit. That was a damn child running away. And they let this man scot-free. You have to retaliate. If you sitting there like, how do we do it without violence? Cool. That was a Asian family that sat there and did that. If you're in America and you have an Asian store, whether that's hair, food, clothing, you will not see a black person's dollar ever. The second thing that y'all need to do when we see shit like this happens, black people need to put all our money together. Every last one of us put as much as we can get. Just like they got that money for Chud the Builder. You see how they people's back? We need to do the same shit and make sure that mama don't got to never worry about nothing else for the rest of her life. We have to do something about the shit. Ain't no use of sitting in no comments, arguing with people, worrying about what the jury was. We have to react, and we have to react quickly, or the rest of the world will keep putting a fucking foot on our neck.
That brother ain't saying nothing wrong. We need to do that. We need to organize it. We need to have our trusted brothers and sisters who do this type of stuff that are certified FBA. We need to make sure it's us, because we get a tether. They're going to have Red Cross rice for life. They're going to eat real good. Monkey nuggets for the whole family. You'll have a buffet, a beaver tail. We can't let them do that, fam. However, we can do things in-house. We got too many black-owned banks. We got too many banks. We got too many of us that are in finance. We got too many of us that do taxes and things of that nature. We need to be on it. We need to be on it. Hit me up, y'all, on IG, email. Let me know what you do. Let's start compiling the list. All right, let's start compiling the list. Because, you know, I'm gonna check you out. I'm going to check GPT and Google your ass. I need to know who you are. I need to know, well, before I put you in front of the B1 family, you ain't on no funny business. Because, see, I would start growing up, because my father would start growing up. Excuse me. A man's words is everything. So if I say I'm doing something and I'm putting somebody in front of the family, it's because I vouch for them, and you're not finna have me vouching for you and looking crazy. So I'm gonna look you up. So don't think, man, I'm FBA. Ooh, cool. I'm gonna research you. Are you brand new or you thorough? You thorough, we gonna work. You brand new, hey, can't do it. Can't put my name behind you. Ain't seen you around enough. Don't know who you are. I'm finna start closing ranks. I'm finna become more meticulous. I'm finna start having these hard conversations with folks. Hey, before you come on my platform, I need to know you're legitimate. Who can vouch for you? Speaking of, planned for this Sunday, we're gonna go live with our sister BX. That's a hurry going on up there in New York, actually across the country, with rodeo, R&B, and tethers. So look forward to that. I'm going to set up a time with that. We've already kind of locked in for Sunday, but we're going to set up a time and going to schedule it. And I'm going to let her come through and do her thing. She wants to bring some information to the B1 family. And with all that being said, B1 family, I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, it's FBA all day and B1.